Yeah, he's allowed to apparently.
Hi, everyone.
How's it going?
Terrific. How about with you?
It's Friday. Couldn't be better.
What's on for the weekend?
Tons of drinking.
Oh, all right then. Caitlin, what do you got behind you?
A moon thing.
A moon thing.
Yeah, you know, the phases of the moon. It's educational.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. We like educational. Anybody have any questions?
What are you doing this weekend?
Well, I don't know.
No big plans yet?
No big plans. I'm not going to have as much fun as you. I'm quite sure about that.
It's hard to have as much fun as me.
All right. So today, I thought we would do the problems associated with Chapter 8. Yes? I am trying to get your exam grades posted, and I anticipate having them posted this afternoon. So just bear with me. It's been a nightmare trying to work my way through Moodle and the different questions, you know. So I'm going to put you in the groups and have you do work on problems from Chapter 8 for a few minutes. Yeah, everybody work on all of them that are circled. Okay, and in your group. And then we'll come back in a few minutes and talk about them together. Okay?
Hello.
Hello.
I just joined.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
not a problem.
Thank you.
Do you guys know each other?
Yeah, we're looking at number 5 right now.
Okay.
Do you know for number 3, what we said was that like dating gives both sides more information about like whether to see each other, which allows a decision to be made? Would that kind of be the right answer for that with adverse selection?
Sure. When you date somebody, you find out whether or not they're an idiot, right?
Yeah.
You can't tell that right off just by looking at somebody sometimes.
Times.
All right. Good work.
Yeah, Sam, I got the answer. It's just mad long.
David, you must take a lot of flack out there in Western New York for wearing that hat, no?
Yeah. It's all right.
Stick by your guns, though, huh?
Yeah.
Do you guys all know each other? Weird, huh? Being on Zoom.
Yep.
Are you making your way through the problems together?
Yeah, we are.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Anybody got anything?
Hey, what are you guys doing, man?
Working on the problems.
Are you working on them together, or are you all just sort of like fending for yourselves?
A little bit of fending for ourselves, but then checking like with each other what we got.
Ah, all right. I was hoping for a little more discussion.
Hmm.
Do y'all know each other?
Not really. No.
Kristen, it looks like you're watching a movie, man.
No, I have my blanket on the window because it's so bright outside.
Oh, yeah? It's raining here. All right. Well, try and help each other figure out what the answers are.
Okay.
Hello, sports fans.
No.
Hello.
Are you guys working on this together?
Yeah, we're on number 21.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're way ahead of the curve, man. Man. Gustavo.
Yep.
Okay, good. I just wanted to check in.
So like they just know more.
So
than
it
that.
sounds like they didn't really tell the people who were buying bonds everything. Thus, they bought the bonds unknowing if they were gonna not get paid back.
Yeah.
And so people today would be less willing, obviously, since the people back then didn't get paid back. And that the government might not tell them everything.
Sounds like you guys are well into it.
Oh yeah.
Hammering
it out.
Okay, man. Okay, everybody back? Everybody send me a chat saying hello so I have some attendance. So who wants to talk? Who wants to start?
I'll go. For number 3, explain why dating can be considered a method to solve the adverse selection problem. Because like when you're trying to date, you're looking for people that aren't dating. So it's kind of adverse in the idea that you're looking for people that aren't dating but want to be dating. So it's like different like that.
You're looking for people who aren't dating?
Well, if you're looking to date, like you're looking to get like married, right? So in order to date, you have to have someone that's not married.
Okay. Yeah, probably you should pick somebody that's not married. Thank you, Jake. Anybody else?
I said knowing what each other wants and see if it fits for
Yeah,
dating.
by meeting the person and figuring out what they're like.
Yes.
Yeah. More? I thought this would be a fun opportunity to talk about our outlandish experiences dating. Anybody got funny stories? Humorous anecdotes of dating life? When I lived in London, there was a bar and it was full of tables, and every table had a telephone on it, and every table had a number, on a post. So you would sit at your table drinking, and you would see somebody who you thought was attractive at, table number 8, and you would call up, table number 8 from your phone and say, hey, I want to talk to the girl in the green sweater, and then she would get on the phone, and you would figure out whether or not you wanted to talk to her more. So how often does it happen that we see somebody that we think, oh man, I want to talk to that person, right? And then we do. And you realize you don't need to talk to them anymore. Anybody had that experience? I remember one time I was driving down to Fordham, so I was driving across the Pelham Parkway to get to Fordham, and I got stuck at a light. I stopped at a traffic light, and this car pulled up next to me. You know how you're sitting at a light and you look over and a car pulls up next to you? So this car pulls up next to me, and I thought, oh my, she's very attractive, the woman driving the car, I thought, wow, she's really attractive. So I'm sitting there kind of looking over, and she leaned up and looked in the rearview mirror and squeezed some sort of blemish on her face. So I really changed my opinion, you know. I think it's really fun to explore people. So, anybody else want to tell a story? I'll tell one more story. When I lived in London, this was before internet, you know. So they used to have personal ads, right? And there was a magazine in London that told you everything that was going on in London. And they had a great big personal section. So, and it wasn't unusual to run an ad and say, you know, hey, I was 30 years old, and gosh, I went on an awful lot of dates with the craziest people you'd ever want to meet in your life, man. I mean, it was just hysterical, you know. So I think maybe unlike Jake, I wasn't looking to get married. I was just looking to have some fun. And man, did I meet some crazy, crazy people. But I had a blast, you know. So, yeah, dating, I think, is exactly like solving the adverse selection problem, right? All right. I thought that would be a much more fun discussion, you know, where you guys could tell me about terrible dates. If we're not having fun, we're not doing it right. How about number 5? Who wants to talk about number 5? Oh, not everybody all at once, really.
I mean, I'll give it a try. So we said you'd accept the certificate of deposit because just because it has a lower return on it, it has a lower risk on it too. So you're guaranteed to get it back, unlike giving out a loan.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right, Matt. Thank you.
Yep.
So what are they saying? They're saying you want to go to the bank with your extra money and deposit it. Yeah. So you know the bank is paying a 5% maybe on their deposits on a CD. Well, you know that if you were to go to the bank and borrow money, you would have to pay 7% on it, right? I mean, that's how the banks make money. So you could say to the next person in line coming up to the bank, hey, I'll loan you the money that you're looking to borrow for 6%. And you get a better rate, and that person gets a better rate. But exactly like Matt said, you don't know that that person may take your money and run, right? And never pay you back. So, very good. How about 2 groups of countries with one with an efficient legal system and one with a slow, costly, inefficient legal system? Where would you expect to have better, a higher living standard?
And the one with an efficient legal system?
The one that's more efficient, yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, we're talking about why would anybody, you know, remodel their house if the potential existed for somebody to come and take their house away from them because the legal system's so bad, you know? All right. What's the next one? Who wants to do it? Argentina went bankrupt. What do you think about that, man?
we said that since the government knew more than the bondholders, this would lead to a principal agent problem and just overall distrust since the government failed to pay back the bonds or only a fraction of the bond price, and that investors currently wouldn't be willing to pay for or buy bonds from the government, which is why hyperinflation is such an issue now.
Okay, yeah. All credibility is shot, right? You're not going to invest in a country that doesn't pay their government debt. You're just not, you know? I mean, the credibility is shot, right? What about this next one, number 14? Which bond issuers would have an incentive to disclose?
The companies that are in good financial standing because they have nothing to hide.
Yeah, if they have nothing to hide, they're going to tell you, hey, this is what we're doing, you know? So, I mean, if if they're on the up and up, they're going to tell you what's going on and show you their statements and their financial accounts. So yeah, I mean, if the issuer is willing to do that, then that's okay. How about this dude Gustavo?
The bank would actually want to guarantee their money in case he doesn't pay. They have something to fall back on.
Yeah, but 300%?
He might have had bad credit or.
We didn't exactly get to this, but I was thinking like maybe because of inflation, so like the value of like the money decreases, so they would want more now because in the future the like house will be at that value. If I explain that correctly.
Yeah, you explained it correctly, and it's a really good line of thought. And I agree that if there's a country where there's a lot of inflation, then that exactly could happen. Yeah. What are some other things though? What's wrong? What about like right away? That's sort of down the road, you know. What about right away? What are we talking about?
Maybe like being in an inefficient legal system. Gustavo's like house isn't really actually his, you know, so they can't really take that as collateral. So I mean, the only thing that they can take as collateral is the loan, I guess, and they need to compensate for the risk on taking that as collateral. So it's extremely high.
Yeah, the collateral might be extremely high. Like in other words, if Gustavo wants to buy a house worth $100,000, he's got to have his mom and his wife's mom and dad and his older brother sign over their houses as collateral against the $100,000 house, right? Because it would be, it's just say they all had $100,000 houses, 300% would be three other houses that need to guarantee that one single house, mostly because of an inefficient legal system or the rule of law that, you know, where there's not a real trail of title to land or houses, you know, where people may say, oh, that's my house, you know, after they came back from, you know, traveling the country or something. And in fact, there's no real legal recourse because there's not, you know, a town clerk that keeps track. So exactly, that's exactly right. How about this next one? The next two are related, aren't they? This is on the lemons problem that we talked about, right? You're in the market for a used car. You decide to visit a used car dealership. The Blue Book value is between 20 and 24. You believe you and the dealer know equally about the car. How much would you be willing to pay?
Willing to pay like the average price, and if it's symmetrical, then that means like 22,000.
Yeah, you would only be willing to pay average price for the car because who knows? Who knows, what the real value of the car is, if it's a good car or a bad car. Yeah, that was the problem. The lemons, right? Is this a good car or a lemon? So this is the lemon's problem. So exactly. What about the next question then? What if you believe the dealer knows more?
You'd probably pay way less than $20,000 or at $20,000 at the most.
Right. That's right. The process would be, so you said you pay 22,000, right? That's the average price of the car, but the dealer knows that. The dealer knows that you're only going to pay average price. Therefore, he's not going to sell the car you're only going to pay, the dealer knows more than you, you're only going to pay average of the 22 and 20 or 21, right? And the dealer knows this and you know this, so then you're only going to pay the average of the 21 to 20 and so on. It goes on and on and on. What would be the resolution to this problem? This is a problem of asymmetrical information, right? What would be the solution? Any solution. It goes on and on, right? You go, you look at the car, you say, geez, I'll pay 22. But the dealer says, yeah, okay, 22. Then you're like, well, wait, he knows more than me. I'm not going to pay 22, I'll pay 21. And the dealer says, okay, and you'll say, no, I'm not going to pay 21 because he knows. How do we solve the problem?
Could you just go to a different dealer?
Well, okay, go to a different dealer that has what?
I don't know.
Could you get like a third party person, somebody independent to value the car to avoid bias?
That's exactly one idea. You could bring a mechanic along. Yeah? Or like Matt said, you go to another dealer, but a dealer who's got what? A reputation. Yeah? Bring your mechanic along. You could go to a dealer that has a better reputation. You could drive the car. Say, holy smoke, this is a nice car. It really runs good. Yeah? You could tell the dealer you want a warranty. Yeah, if something goes wrong, he fixes it. So what are all those things? All those things are more information, right? So the solution to this asymmetrical information is more information, whether you buy it or whether the car dealer garners it through issuing warranties or having a reputation for doing the right thing, that sort of stuff, right? Okay. So that's chapter 8. We've got to start chapter 9. How many want to start chapter 9? And how many want to say, oh, I've had enough fun for today?
I think I've had enough fun for today.
All right, I could do this. I could say, so if you want to start chapter 9, stay behind. No, let's call it a day, right? It's been a long week and I got to get your grades done. I think the average was around an 85 on this exam. I'm going to post the grades. I got them. I just got to get it in, and it's a pain in the rear end. So I'm going to do that. And if anybody has any questions or you think I made a mistake, please let me know. And that's all. We'll see you Monday.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend.